the high road, and I'll take the low road, and I'll be in Scotland a 40, where me and my true love will never meet again, by the bonny, bonny banks of Loch Lomond. So, why that? No. We're all cheering and excited now, but just you wait. So why did we choose this song? And this is a song that I've been thinking about for exactly 1 year. The moment I stepped off the podium last year in this place after completing the basketball, I immediately set to thinking what would be my final parting moments with KSW. So, Loch Lomond is a very famous Scottish folk song. Even nowadays, back when they had get-togethers in the town hall, even to modern times when you go out to a party at the disco, it's the last call song of the night. In Hawaii, you sing Hawaii Aloha or Aloha Oi. In Scotland, you sing Loch Lomond. But there is a deeper meaning to that and a deeper sentiment that I think is really important to our kids tonight. So the story goes that in 1745, there was a band of Scottish soldiers holding the Castle Carlisle. The Scottish Bonnie Prince Charlie tried to take over all of England, but the kings of England fought back harshly, and Charlie was beaten back to Scotland. A few of his men remained at Castle Carlisle, but it was quickly overtaken by British forces. The soldiers that were there were imprisoned, and some were sentenced to death. The way that the English kings worked at that time was via propaganda. So they would take an unmarried man, any of the comrades, and set him free. And the married man they would set to die, so that the unmarried man would go back to their village and spread the word and tell everyone how evil and ruthless these English lords were. So it's said that Loch Lomond is the parting words of one of the condemned soldiers, one of the married men who was bound to die. And if you look at the words, they start off as a message to his comrade who will be returning to Scotland. Oh, you take the high road, and I'll take the low road, but I'll be in Scotland before you. As soon as he is sentenced to death, even though his physical form is no longer with us, his heart will always be in Scotland, even if the freed man has to take a little bit longer getting there. But the second part goes out to his wife, who is in Scotland not knowing what's going on. And he gives instructions to his comrade, go back to the village and tell my wife this. For me and my true love will never meet again by the bonny, bonny banks of Loch Lomond. Because back in those days, there was no internet, there was no Twitter, Facebook, there weren't newspapers, there was no AP, there were no obituaries, there were no dog tags. When you went to war and you didn't come back, nobody knew what happened. Wives would hold out hope for years and years. They would never remarry, they would never move on, because they held out hope that their husband might come back someday. So this sentiment that this soldier shares is twofold. He is sending a message to his comrade, but he's also telling his wife, I won't be coming back. You need to move on and be okay with it. But it's a message that comes out of a place of care. And so when I chose this song for this group tonight, I thought of that. We have 8th graders that will no longer be returning to Loch Lomond, and we have 7th graders to whom they will be parting. And while we are gallant and we fight bravely, which you can hear in the song, there are also moments where we are tender, we are weak, and we miss each other. And I think those moments are captured perfectly. But after some revelry, after some bravery, we must move on, celebrate, but move on as we go ever forward. So Loch Lomond is a beautiful tribute that captures both the heroics, this guy's still opened up, the heroics and the poignancy of what our students will be feeling tonight at their last concert of this year or of their chemistry careers. So with no further ado, Frank Kelly's Loch Lomond.